Hello students, I am going to show you another way to do a landscape using this accessibility tool right here as a pointer. Okay, here is my iPastel. Let's open it. Okay, let's get a new page. Right here, we go to this where it's 3 artworks on an easel. Come over here to the plus sign, click plus. Pick new screen sized image, or you can pick something from photos and import it and paint over it if you like. That's another way to do it, but I'm picking a new screen size image. Pinch in with thumb man and pointer man. Thumb and your pointer finger, you pinch in so you can see the whole canvas. Okay, I come over here, I'm going to select chalk tool. Going to select a shade of green. I want my green a little darker than that green that's there, so I will use these tools right here. This tool is adding. And play around with these tools and you'll see there's a nice dark green, almost black. Okay, so now size tool right here. I have it on low. It's fine. I want to do a foreground, a middle ground, and a background of mountains. So there's that. Okay, now I'm going to use my size tool, turn it up a little. There we go. I got my shadowing. Now I'm going to come in here and turn it up to a mid green. And then the lightest. Maybe up here. Yeah. Okay, and then turn it down. Put some mid-tone. All right, now I'm going to come to this smudge tool that looks like a hand. As you see, it's highlighted in purple, so that means it's selected. I have my force is up. And my size is down. If I smudge up and down like this vertically, it will form blades of grass. Okay, if you want to do it like that. If you want to turn your size up and you want to just get your colors first, if you want to get your shades, your tones, then you can go side to side and then put draw some blades of grass. Okay, lost my tools. If you lose your tools, I have this nice accessibility tool, so I just pull it over here and they'll pop right out. Otherwise you have to take your finger and swipe it back over. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my green. Turn it down. Okay, and also I have these greens here. You know what? I like this real dark green right here. I'm going to put some of that to separate the lines, right? And then I'm going to smudge. Right here, go back to the smudge. I'm going to smudge in. Turn your size down if you don't want it to smudge too much. If you want it to smudge more, turn your size up. You just got to play with it. All these tools, you will start to instinctively, just like when you're painting and drawing by hand with pencils or color pencils or markers, you start to instinctively do things you want to do with them. Okay, my mountains, because they're in the distance, they're going to be more in shadow. So I'm going to put them, and turn my force down too for that. So I'm going to have a little bit see-through, see? Turn my size up. And sometimes you got to play with it to get the size, you know, sometimes like you'll slide your finger over size tool or force tool and it won't do anything. Okay, now I'm going to come back to smudge. Smudge in. Oops, too much. Turn the size down. Sometimes you got to play with the size tool when you're smudging so that you're not smudging the grass into it. But a little bit is okay. I don't care. All right. Right now, I'm just getting the basic drawing down, okay? Like a lot of us make the mistake of trying to do everything perfect right from the, fast and right from the beginning, and that's not. Impressionist painting and painting in general is done in layers. Okay, so now I'm going to turn my force down for the sky. Turn the force down. My sky will be, I don't like that shade. Undo with the red arrow. I like this shade for my sky. So you can play with this rainbow thing here. You can play with these blues and pick the shade you want. All right, my force tool is down. So as you see, it's a little bit see-through. I don't want my sky to be so heavily painted. Now I get my smudge tool and I smudge it. Because what this will do, make the sky look a little bit, so you can draw things over top of it and it won't interfere. So now if I go back to the chalk tool and I go back to my gray for my mountains with the force tool still down, I can go back in, see, and just draw them. Get them back in there. I'm going to turn my force tool up a little bit more than that. See, so I can just kind of get them in there. Now, if I want it to look a little misty, like there's some clouds in the top of my mountains, I could leave that blue there. And I could even add like a little bit of white. Turn the force tool down, turn my size tool up, and just put a little white in there so it looks like some misty little clouds in there. So there's a lot of little fun little things you can do. All right, so then when it comes time for me to draw my grass, I will turn my force tool back up. I will come here for a dark green, and I will turn my size tool down, real skinny, and I can start putting some blades. Now, I can do this kind of fast, like this, a letter V's. And then play with the color tones. Get some lighter towards the top of the grass. Or just over top of the dark green, so the dark green becomes like a shadow for the lighter greens. And then go to the smudge tool, turn the size down, and smudge in the direction. Turn my size tool down a little more. And I can kind of smudge over top of the grass. Now, this isn't something that you're going to get done in 5 minutes. It's something you can do while you're watching TV, on commercials, just when you're sitting and bored, pick it up, work on it for 10 minutes and put it back down. Pick it up later on in the day. A little more, put it back down. That's what's good about painting. A lot of painters, they don't paint something straight through. They pick it up, do one little area, put it back down, because you need some patience for art, and that's why sometimes we do have to put it down. All right, so this will conclude today's little tutorial for your iPastel, and I hope I see everybody later at our noon meeting, Friday meeting, every Friday. All right, have a great day and have a good weekend.